Right, now jumping into the kitchen. Now, if switching over to a plant-based lifestyle seems a little daunting, then don't worry, because you'll be happy to know that Woolies has got you covered with their freezer plant-based products. And who better to tell us about it than Woolworths creative and trend director, the lovely Abigail Donnelly. Abigail, welcome back.
Thank
so
you.
good to you. We've been hanging out a lot lately.
I know,
I like
it's
it.
amazing. I'm getting used to this.
And I love the fact that there's been this drive towards a more plant-based way of living. And you've been telling us all those secrets, tips and tricks, and how Woolies is making it easy for us as well, because it's a nice healthy option, a healthy route to go as well. But I love the freezer kind of plant-based foods. What do we have here?
I think, you know, we've been talking about, obviously, about the freshness and the fresh veggies and that.
Yeah.
But also it's about convenience. And that's what Woolworths has done in the freezer. And I kind of have been guilty of maybe not looking in the freezer. But all of a sudden, in the last couple of months, I'm celebrating the freezer.
Oh, wow, I like that.
The product is really amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the mashed potato, which I want you to taste later.
It looks good.
It comes in little pellets. And it's, honestly, to make it yourself,
yeah.
this is probably the more convenient way, and actually sometimes more delicious, because it's smooth and silky and you don't have to spend like quite a bit of time mashing and that. And also what you can do is you can add in things. You can add some spices and some herbs, some parmesan. If you really are vegan, you can add dairy-free feta, which is also great, and it all melts and beautiful.
So what I love about the fact is that you are addressing like the problem I think that we face. We all want to live healthier. We all want to eat healthier, but with our lifestyles being so busy, we just don't have the time to spend cooking, peeling, cutting, chopping,
and I think the perception sometimes of freezer is it's actually not as good as fresh.
Yeah.
But it absolutely is.
All right.
I mean, the cauliflower cheese is just like a really homemade, creamy cauliflower cheese. The cauliflower is still kind of nice and firm. You just pop it in the oven. And what I also do is I bulk it up and I use it with the Woolworths fresh pasta, the tagliatelle. And I make like a really beautiful creamy cauliflower cheese, maybe a bit of blue cheese, maybe a little bit of grated parmesan. And of course, if you know, plant-based, we're not saying completely change your... You're not becoming a vegan or vegetarian, but you're supplementing more veggies than sometimes meat a couple of days a week.
Look, I feel that we don't eat enough veggies as a society in general. So just adding that, not necessarily changing your diet completely, but adding veggies to your diet, I mean, that's the focus point.
Exactly. So bulk up your cauliflower cheese, and if you want your little bit of meat, then add just a sprinkling of crispy bacon or fried chorizo or pancetta or something like that. These are my absolutely favorite. These are crispy sweet potato chips. And they are absolutely divine. I make a beautiful vegan mayo or just a normal mayo with sweet chili as a dipping sauce. And then halfway through, just like drizzle over some beautiful maple syrup.
And that's it, So what else do we have here?
And that's great, with obviously with a vegan burger. There's also beautiful savoury rice in the freezer. We've got these beautiful potato wedges. As is, or just a sprinkling of ground coriander or smoked Spanish paprika or something like that, just to kind of lift it. And I mean, I can eat a whole bowl of this just for dinner.
Easy. Listen, I want to get into that.
Come, now taste this. I mean, just look. I mean, beautiful butter on top. It's got absolutely nothing. It's just been prepared as is. And honestly, I don't think you can get creamier.
That is smooth. That is creamy. It's flavorful.
Exactly.
And you can definitely some chives in there, maybe as well.
And also it's nice as a bulk up if you're going to do fish cakes or little courgette fritters, vegan fritters, and that can be your base.
Man, and you don't have to spend time boiling the potatoes and mashing
not at all.
them down.
And then you can pop it out your freezer, come home from work, and you've got instant
eating healthy,
chips, cauliflower cheese, savoury rice and mashed potato.
Abigail, you're sorting us out. Thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. Now, embracing a plant-based lifestyle, I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to spend hours peeling and chopping veggies in the kitchen, because with Woolies, with all these fresh frozen packs, that's absolutely delicious and hearty as well. All the work is done for you, and it will taste just as good as if you made it from scratch.